In the thrilling world of extreme sports, Johnny Strange led a life filled with excitement. Flying through the skies and mastering tall mountains, he was a determined explorer, always chasing the biggest thrill of adrenaline. But things took a surprising turn, changing what should have been another exciting part of his journey into something tragic. What really happened? In this video, we find out the unsettling truth about Johnny Strange's last moments. Johnny Strange's journey into a life of adventure started in the picturesque town of Malibu, California, where he was born on December 26, 1991. From the very beginning, it was evident that the spirit of adventure coursed through his veins. Raised by parents deeply immersed in the world of adventure races, the Strangers were a family bound by a fervent love for the outdoors. Whether it was hiking, climbing, rappelling, or kayaking, the family thrived on the thrill of exploration. This shared passion became the foundation for Johnny and his two sisters, who eagerly wrapped the legacy of adventure. Johnny's foray into the world of daring exploits began at the tender age of 4 when he boldly declared to his father that he could fly. In a moment of youthful curiosity, little Johnny leaped off the back of a couch, marking his first adventurous flight that ended with a bump to his head and a trip to the hospital. This early escapade foreshadowed the fearless attitude that would define his remarkable life. By the age of 12, Johnny was ready to take on a daunting challenge. His father, preparing for a demanding climbing expedition to Antarctica, faced climbing equipment strewn across their living room. Undeterred by the risks, young Johnny expressed his fervent desire to join the expedition, fully aware that the journey might be treacherous. Despite the potential dangers, his father couldn't resist the unique opportunity to share this adventure with his son. Just weeks later, Johnny found himself fearlessly scaling Mount Vincent, braving bone-chilling temperatures as low as -40 degrees Fahrenheit. At 12 years old, he became the youngest person ever to conquer the summit, a feat that etched his name into the annals of mountaineering history. This accomplishment ignited Johnny's passion for mountain climbing, leading him and his father on a remarkable quest to conquer the 7 summits, the highest peaks on each continent. Notably, they conquered Aconcagua in Argentina, displaying an unwavering determination as they ascended and descended the challenging terrain. Facing frostbite along the way, the apex of their grand adventure was Mount Everest, where they spent 2 months preparing for the grueling conditions. Their hard work paid off when, on May 22, 2009, Johnny and his dad stood triumphant at the summit of Mount Everest. At just 17 years old, Johnny etched his name in history as the youngest person to complete the 7 summits, a truly remarkable feat. Not one to rest on his laurels, Johnny aimed for an even more audacious goal, the Explorer's Grand Slam. This ambitious quest involves conquering the 7 summits and reaching both the North and South Poles. In his second year at USC, Johnny achieved the final leg of the Grand Slam by skydiving from 8,000 feet onto the North Pole. This extraordinary accomplishment crowned him as one of the youngest individuals to conquer Everest, the South Pole, and the North Pole, collectively known as the 3 poles. Climbing, once a hobby, had become an outlet for Johnny's boundless energy, a trait that had driven his parents crazy during his younger years. Despite his passion for climbing, Johnny thirsted for speed. Conquering the world's tallest peaks was just the beginning. He delved into big wave surfing, explored ocean depths as a scuba diver, wrapped the thrill of skydiving, ventured into base jumping, and emerged as a dedicated philanthropist. Johnny's pursuit of speed led him to big wave surfing, where he fearlessly rode towering waves, challenging the ocean's might. As a scuba diver, he plunged into the mysterious depths, exploring vibrant underwater worlds. Venturing into base jumping, he wrapped the adrenaline of leaping from cliffs and structures. Yet, amidst his adrenaline-fueled pursuits, Johnny remained grounded in his dedication to philanthropy. His passion for giving back was as intense as his craving for adventure. Whether conquering summits or surfing waves, he strived to make a positive impact. Johnny Strange's journey unfolded as a tapestry woven with feats of courage, speed, and compassion. His life was an ode to living on the edge, pushing boundaries and leaving an indelible mark on the world. But as we delve deeper into the last horrifying minutes of Johnny Strange, the tone of adventure takes a haunting turn. His unstoppable zest for life carried Johnny beyond conventional boundaries. Breaking the mold of ordinary skateboarders, he set out to conquer the world record for speed on a skateboard. Gripping the back of a truck with just one finger, he careened down the highway at a mind-boggling 102 miles per hour. The skateboard wobbled beneath him, but Johnny, ever the daredevil, saved himself by launching into the back of the truck when the board flew out from under him. It was a moment that encapsulated Johnny's fearless spirit, a tale recounted by his sister with a fond smile. Johnny's refusal to accept limits extended beyond adrenaline-fueled pursuits. His sister fondly recalled his relentless drive to challenge the status quo, whether it involved halting genocide or seeking a cure for Parkinson's, hurtling down Canaan Road at 100 miles per hour on a skateboard, or even attempting to emulate the flight of a bird. For Johnny, boundaries were meant to be pushed, and limitations were invitations to go beyond the ordinary. During his stint at USC, Johnny pursued a major in international relations, showcasing a different facet of his multifaceted character. When not buried in books, he dedicated his free time to two significant causes: putting an end to genocide and unlocking the mysteries of Parkinson's disease. Johnny, leveraging his global adventurer status, became a potent force in raising awareness for these noble campaigns. His heart, as adventurous in philanthropy as it was in extreme sports, beat with a passion for making a difference. As Johnny pursued these vital causes, he harnessed the attention garnered from conquering summits and diving into the depths to shine a spotlight on the issues close to his heart. His commitment went beyond the thrill of personal achievement. It was about creating a lasting impact on the world. Johnny Strange's life unfolded not just as a series of audacious feats, but as a story woven with threads of courage, speed, and compassion. His unique blend of adventure and philanthropy set him apart in a world where adrenaline and altruism often tread different paths. As we peel back the layers of Johnny's extraordinary journey, we begin to sense a haunting shift in the tone of his adventures, a foreshadowing of the last horrifying minutes that awaited him. Johnny's unwavering belief in making a positive impact transcended the ordinary. His sanctuary was not within the walls of a church but amidst towering mountains, where flight became his prayer. For Johnny, life was a pursuit of breaking limits and challenging injustice and disease. His father, shedding light on Johnny's singular dream, revealed that flying was more than a passion, it was an obsession. At the age of 18, Johnny left everything behind, moving to Las Vegas to immerse himself in the world of base jumping and wingsuit flying. His quest for the skies led him to Europe, where in 2012, he embarked on his first wingsuit base jump. By 2015, at just 23 years old, Johnny entered his 6th season of wingsuit jumping, a milestone in a sport where the average practitioner either decides to quit or faces a tragic fate within 6 years. In an interview that year, Johnny candidly acknowledged the risks inherent in base jumping. Little did he know that the shadows of fate were closing in on him. As he soared through the skies, pushing the boundaries of human flight, the countdown to his fateful 6th season had begun. Tragically, Johnny's intuition about the average lifespan of a base jumper would prove hauntingly accurate. The ominous truth unfolded as he ventured into his sixth season, unaware that he was hurtling towards a chilling finale. As the wheels of time turned, Johnny wrapped the adrenaline-fueled world of base jumping with unmatched passion. Each jump was a dance with danger, a ballet of flight in the face of mortality. The rush of wind against his wingsuit echoed the audacious spirit that had defined his entire life. In extreme sports, the thin line between thrill and tragedy is often blurred. Johnny, driven by an insatiable desire to conquer the skies, found himself entangled in the complexities of human flight. With each jump, he defied gravity, but little did he anticipate the somber symphony that awaited him in those last horrifying minutes. Amidst the exhilarating world of wingsuit-based jumping, Johnny Strange found a dance with gravity that echoed his relentless pursuit of flight. Wingsuit proximity flying, an audacious variation of the sport, brought him closer to the universe where flying felt like having superpowers. Fate, however, took a tragic turn as this very activity would lead to Johnny's untimely demise. In September 2015, the thrill-seeking adventurer set out on a 2-week journey with his friend Alex Mazouk. Traveling in Alex's van, they started a series of adrenaline-fueled escapades across Switzerland. Johnny's nights were spent under the stars, setting up his tent while Alex opted for the comfort of the van. The duo's days were a relentless cycle of hiking, climbing, and soaring through the skies. Johnny, fueled by a passion for pushing limits, called into the Kevin and Bean radio show on Croc all the way from Switzerland on September 28th. With enthusiasm in his voice, he hinted at a risky video project involving flying dangerously close to objects. In the days that followed, Johnny shared snippets of his daring jumps on social media. The videos showcased the sheer thrill of proximity flying, capturing the breathtaking moments as he glided near mountains and cliffs. Each jump seemed like a celebration of life, a testament to Johnny's unyielding spirit. Wingsuit proximity flying, while exhilarating, came with its own set of risks. The line between ecstasy and tragedy was thin, and Johnny, with his insatiable appetite for adrenaline, walked that line with each jump. In Johnny's eyes, flying next to a mountain was an experience akin to possessing superpowers. The rush of wind against the wingsuit, the breathtaking landscapes below, it all contributed to a sense of being alive like never before. His dream was clear: to continue flying in this manner until the age of 90. As Johnny and Alex continued their adventure, the thrill seemed boundless. However, fate had its own plans. On one fateful jump, the universe took an unexpected turn. The details of that jump, the winds that whispered warnings, and the split-second decisions that led to tragedy are etched in the sands of time. In the wingsuit proximity flying community, precision is paramount. Flying too close to objects requires split-second calculations and unwavering focus. One misstep, one miscalculation, and the exhilarating flight transforms into a perilous descent. The day arrived when the joyous journey took a haunting turn. The specifics of that ill-fated jump are shrouded in the chilling uncertainty that often accompanies tragic events. In the aftermath of Johnny's ill-fated jump, the serene beauty of Mount Glitch bore witness to a tragic end on October 1st, 2015. The weather, seemingly perfect, betrayed no ominous signs as Johnny and Alex stood on the peak, eager for another exhilarating leap into the skies. The ascent to the 8,245 feet summit unfolded over 2.5 hours, marked by pauses to capture the breathtaking scenery. The anticipation of the impending jump filled them with joy, both feeling on top of the world. Little did they know that the beauty of that day would soon be eclipsed by a heart-wrenching tragedy. As Johnny took the leap, Alex, closely following, noticed a subtle deviation in Johnny's body position. Tilted to the left, Johnny instinctively tried to correct, opening his wingsuit. Unbeknownst to him, a powerful gust from the right interfered, propelling him headfirst into the descent. A desperate attempt to flip onto his stomach and regain control ensued, but time slipped away. In those crucial moments, the forces of wind and gravity conspired against Johnny. As he finally managed to adjust his trajectory, the need to turn left for a proper flight path proved challenging. Alex, watching with fading hope, witnessed the unfolding tragedy. In the last seconds before impact, the cruel reality set in. Johnny wouldn't survive. The aftermath was a gut-wrenching descent for Alex, who amidst the heart-wrenching screams of grief had to continue flying for another agonizing minute and a half before safely deploying his parachute. Descent mirrored the descent of hope and the shattering realization that a dear friend was lost. Touching down at their planned landing spot by the lake, Alex's collapse mirrored the weight of the loss. Approached by a concerned onlooker, Alex, overwhelmed by sorrow. Johnny, at the tender age of 23, became the 25th base jumper to lose his life that year. The news rippled through the community of extreme sports enthusiasts, leaving an indelible mark on the legacy of a young adventurer who had dared to dance with the skies. The echoes of his daring exploits and relentless pursuit of flight now mingled with the somber whispers of a life cut short. The aftermath wasn't just the loss of Johnny Strange, it was a stark reminder of the fine line between the thrill of extreme sports and the unforgiving grasp of fate. The serenity of Mount Glitch stood in stark contrast to the turbulence that unfolded in those final moments. As the news spread, tributes poured in from friends, family, and fellow adventurers, painting a collective picture of grief and admiration for a life lived with unyielding passion. The once vibrant social media accounts that showcased Johnny's daring escapades transformed into a digital memorial, preserving the memory of a young soul who defied limits until the very end. Yet, amidst the sorrow, questions lingered. What led to that fatal jump? Could it have been prevented? Among the other base jumpers who met the same fate was Dean Potter, a globally renowned climber and adventurer who Johnny openly admired. After Potter's death in May, Johnny expressed his grief on Instagram, writing, "See you on the other side." Johnny's sister explained that he had an unstoppable hunger for life. Even if restricted, he would have found ways to push limits and seek thrill. On October 4th, over 100 people gathered at Zuma Beach for a paddle-out ceremony to pay tribute to Johnny. And in 2017, his ashes were released on the top of Mount Everest. After Johnny's accident, many people wondered why he took such a big risk. Was it because he loved the feeling of excitement that comes from doing something dangerous? Or was he just trying to beat his own record and show everyone how brave he was? Some people think that Johnny just couldn't resist the thrill of doing something new, even if it was really risky. His sister believes that Johnny had a deep love for life itself, and he couldn't stop himself from seeking out new challenges, no matter how dangerous they were. Johnny himself said, "All the time, if I'm not allowed to do the things I love, I'm already dead," his sister shared. So even though it was 23 years, it was 23 years where he didn't live a day that wasn't full of adventure. Johnny was determined to do things that nobody had ever done before. He wanted to push himself as far as he could go, whether it was climbing the tallest mountains or flying through the sky like a bird. His bravery inspired lots of people to believe in themselves and reach for their dreams. Even though Johnny is gone now, his memory and the things he did still inspire others to be brave and live life to the fullest. When Johnny died, lots of people who knew him or followed his adventures felt really sad. They held ceremonies and shared memories of him to honor his life and the impact he had on them. People talked about how Johnny wasn't just a guy who did crazy stunts. He was someone who showed incredible courage when faced with tough situations. As time went on, people started to remember Johnny not just for his stunts, but for the lessons he taught them. They realized that even though life can be scary sometimes, it's important to keep pushing forward and chasing after your dreams. Johnny's legacy lived on through the stories people told about him and the things he accomplished. Johnny's life may have been short, but the impact he made will last forever. Johnny Strange will always be remembered as a fearless adventurer who inspired others to reach for the stars. And that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more curious videos.